What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Another two-game slate, two elimination games. Utah going against Houston, and New Orleans going against Golden State. Both of the home teams, Houston and Golden State, are pretty heavily favored. Houston is currently minus 12, Golden State minus 11.5, so that's something to consider. I think Houston does have a better shot of staying close in that game throughout. New Orleans, Golden State will be the higher scoring game most likely though. So those are kind of two things that kind of counterbalance each other, because I think that the Pelicans will just try to keep their starters in most, if not almost all of the game, just to try to win that one. So I do kind of like some of the New Orleans starters just because I think they can do enough to keep it close, honestly. So they have the capability if Mirotic can get hot and stuff like that. And Golden State does have some stinkers here and there, so you can't really avoid one of the games on a two-game slate. So we gotta attack both these slates. Both these games they're not gonna be blood. So I got my money 6 for you. 6 of my favorite plays, core 5, and then a really cheap guy you can throw in your lineup. So be sure to drop a like before we head into this one. 100 plus likes. I would greatly appreciate that if we can get over that mark again. So let's just hop into it. I'm going to go with James Harden at 10,400. A very nice price tag, honestly, going against Utah. He did struggle last game. That's probably why his price went down so much. But it was just one of those games where Harden just kind of stunk. He does have those high turnover games and those games where he can't hit many shots. So, if you look at the game log, most recently against the Lakers, 6 turnovers, not hitting many shots, only 45 DraftKings points. But for the most part, he does kind of bounce back in the next game. We saw 67 in that next game from him. And at 10,400, for a guy that can fill it up in most categories, he can score a ton, he can definitely get over 10 assists, and he can get around 5 rebounds or so. He's pretty active getting some steals, so I think with his upside, he can go over 60 plus in this matchup. And at a price at 10,400, it's too good for me to pass up, so I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. For my second guy, I'm going to go with another guy that's similar, kind of can fill it up in those categories. Jrue Holiday at 7,400. In this matchup against Golden State, he's going to have a very good game here to keep it close. So we saw that when the games are close and they were in the game. In Game 2 and Game 3, he had really good games, 45 and 50 DraftKings points, was able to score pretty well, filled it up with some rebounds and assists as well. So I think in this game, Jrue Holiday can do a solid amount of work. And his price tag went down as well to 7,400. I think he can get around 40 DraftKings points, and he does have that upside to get around 50. And they did put Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup for the Warriors. So I didn't really watch the game, but I'm guessing Iguodala was kind of slowing down Mirotic. He had a really slow game there. So Jrue Holiday does have kind of an opening there to have some more shots and just some easier looks compared to guys like Mirotic, Anthony Davis, and Rondo and stuff like that. So Jrue Holiday is going to have to be the main cog, I think, for this Pelicans offense. And the cheap price, I'll go ahead and lock him in there. For my third guy, I'm going to go with Joe Ingles here at 5,600. Coming off another solid game with 33 DraftKings points. He did struggle in that one game, in Game 3. The one game I recommended him in my video. Wasn't able to get anything to drop. But with that point guard duty's kind of gone without Rubio, he's been able to run some more point, and then those stats that Rubio kind of was getting, the rebounds and the assists, have been up for grabs. It's between Ingles and Mitchell that have really been benefiting for that most. So he's getting some solid rebound totals. The assists have been pretty good for last game, and just some more opportunities for some shots, 13 shots. So around 10 plus shots every single game against Houston. And he has to have one of those solid games for Utah to keep it close. They need some more offense out of the guys on Utah, especially from Joe Ingles without Ricky Rubio. So at 5,600, I think he can do enough to get over 30 DraftKings points yet again here, get around 6 times value. So I think that Utah can keep this game close enough, and Joe Ingles is definitely going to be one of those guys that is keeping it close. And he had some solid games in Houston last time. 7 for 9 from 3, his last game in Houston. So we'll take another game like that, lock him in there. For my fourth guy, we're going to go with Steph Curry. Another guy that's a little bit too cheap at 8,300. Kind of struggled last game due to Kevin Durant just going insane. So you kind of hope that Kevin Durant just doesn't go into God mode this game, and Steph Curry can get some more looks. He did get a good amount of looks, actually 17 shots, but the rebounds were kind of low compared to his standards on the year. And the assists have been pretty low, only 2 per game throughout this series against New Orleans. So I think that could change on the spot. He can get over 20 points and some more rebounds, some more possible assists in this game. So Steph Curry is a guy I think that can bounce back here. And you get some savings off the other guys in New Orleans compared to like Kevin Durant, who's at 9,500. Normally Steph Curry is like right around tab with Kevin Durant price-wise. So I think Steph Curry can reach that like 45 to 50 point upside in this game, and you get that savings compared to Kevin Durant. So go ahead and lock him in there. For my fifth and final guy of the core, we're going to go with PJ Tucker, another guy that's been consistently returning value for the most part, except that one game 3 against Utah. So he's getting some good run, around 30 minutes per game, getting some solid rebound totals. With Trevor Ariza really struggling, he's been kind of stepping up for Ariza and providing that like kind of a little bit of a scoring option, rebound, and some defense numbers. So at 3,900, doesn't need to do much to return value, just need to get us around 20 drafting points. And 3 out of the 4 games, he's gotten over 24 drafting points. So he's definitely capable of hitting that upside. And he's just been playing so well, you kind of assume that Houston will keep him on the court again here for around 30 minutes in this elimination game. So we're going to go ahead and lock him in there. So that's the core 5. You got Harden, Jrue Holiday, Joe Ingles, PJ Tucker, and Steph Curry. And for my Dollar Tree play of the day, we're going to go with Royce ONeill here, who's been running mostly the point role for this Utah team. Even though he's not really a true point, he's been substituting for Ricky Rubio in that lineup. So we got Rubio out again here tonight, so that means ONeill should be in the starting lineup again. And also Dante Exum, the bench point guard for Utah, has been ruled out. So ONeill could see a few more minutes coming here, but if anything, that would probably benefit Alec Burks if I had the guess, who didn't really do much last game, only got 9 minutes. Maybe some more minutes go to him. But Royce ONeill, he definitely has the opportunity to have a big game here in the starting lineup. And if he can get hot, he could get some extra minutes on the sacrifice of the guys off the bench and get like 30-plus minutes. But hasn't done that great in this series. Only that one big game. We got 29 minutes, 7 for 10 from the field. But the price tag is so solid that I'm just hoping he can finally hit that upside with those minutes here in this game. And they need someone to step up. So I'm hoping Royce ONeill is that guy. Is that guy at 3,700. There's not many cheap guys on the slate, honestly, besides like him and PJ Tucker that I'm really intrigued by. Alec Burks is another guy, but he's a little bit risky coming off only 9 minutes last game. But that is a guy you can throw in GPP maybe in Alec Burks. But Royce ONeill, much more safer and a better opportunity probably of hitting that upside at 3,700. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. Even though I don't love him, I really want to pay up for these other guys. And there's not many cheap options, as you can see here down below, that really intrigues me. So that is it for the plays. You got 53.50 remaining per player. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to drop a like in the video. If you did, I would greatly appreciate that. 100+ likes, like I said. And hit that subscribe button if you happen to be new here to get these NBA drafting picks every single day. I also upload MLB drafting picks. We had a crazy good night in MLB last night. 3 out of the 4 hitters went deep, hit a home run, and then we had 2 solid pitching options. So keeping your eye out on that. I'll be uploading that in a little bit after this video. But good luck tonight on this 2-game slate. Let's win some money, and we'll see you back here again next time.